everyone. Welcome to the World News. We're going to discuss everything you need to know about the United Kingdom. In this video, we will take you on a journey through the rich history, diverse culture, and vibrant society of the UK. Formation of United Kingdom. Friends, you must have often heard names like United Kingdom, UK, Great Britain, Britain, England in general discussions. In common language, all these names are used for only one country. But in reality, all these names indicate different geographical boundaries. United Kingdom is actually a group of many countries, which is the largest unit among them. Apart from this, it is also called Britain or UK in common language. This state located near the northwestern coast of mainland Europe has 4 countries, which are England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Out of these 4 countries, England, Scotland, and Wales are located on the same island, which is collectively called Great Britain. That is, friends, pay attention here that Britain and Great Britain are different groups. If you add Northern Ireland to Great Britain, then this group is called United Kingdom or Britain. Northern Ireland is situated on a different island. That is, out of the 4 countries, only Northern Ireland is such a country whose land border is connected with the Republic of Ireland. But the Republic of Ireland is a separate country, which is not a part of the UK. Overall, the largest unit is the United Kingdom, or UK or Britain. The smallest units of this group are 4 individual countries. If we combine 3 of them, that's England, Wales, and Scotland, then we call it Great Britain. The islands located around these 4 countries are also included in the United Kingdom, that's UK. The capital of the UK is London, which is also the largest city here. The UK is a parliamentary democracy and constitutional monarchy. That is, the head of state here is Queen Elizabeth II. This was a brief introduction, where we saw what is the meaning of all these terminologies. But do you know that these countries were not always a part of this group? All these countries have their own history, and with time, a union was formed between them. And today we know them as United Kingdom. So what was the origin of United Kingdom? In today's story, we will know this. When, how and under what circumstances their union happened. Friends, to know the origin of United Kingdom, we take you to the beginning of 10th century, when a king named Athelstan formed the English Dominion. Let us know in brief what was the story of England becoming a kingdom? Origin of England. It is about the 4th century AD, when Roman rule ended in Britain. During this time, many Germanic tribes and ethnic groups existed on this island, like Anglo-Saxon, Jews, Phasis, etc. All these tribes migrated there, and were concentrated in the southeastern part of the islands. Even before the arrival of these tribes, there was some indigenous population there, who were called Britons. After the end of Roman rule, some tribes from the north invaded Britain, due to which they had to take help from the Saxons of the south. But after successfully stopping the invasion, these migrants waged a war against Britain and settled there. For many centuries, all these tribes kept fighting among themselves for dominance. In the beginning of the 9th century, the West Saxons or Wessex rose. This empire was in the southern part of Ireland. During this time, raids by Vikings on Ireland were also common. Vikings were raiders coming from Scandinavian countries, who were mainly pirates and also did trading. West Saxon king Alfred the Great defeated the Vikings in 878, after which he settled in East Anglia. After Alfred's death, his son Edward became the king, who expanded the territory. After Edward, his son Athelstan became the king. Athelstan also continued the expansion of territories like his father Edward. And Athelstan became the first king who ruled those territories which we consider England today. And from here the Kingdom of England was established. Friends, this was the brief history of England, which was formed in 927 AD. Next in the formation of the United Kingdom is Wales, whose union with the Kingdom of England happened in 1536 AD. Let's know the brief history of Wales and see how the union of England and Wales happened. Union of Wales and Kingdom of England. Friends, it is about 1066 AD when the power struggle for the throne of the Kingdom of England was gaining momentum. Taking advantage of this, some French provinces formed an army and invaded England. In history, it is called the Norman Conquest of England. But this success of the Norman army was limited to the southern parts. During this time, the dominant ruler of Wales was Bleddyn ap Siffin. After his death in 1075, a civil war broke out in Wales. This gave Nomas the opportunity to seize North Wales. By 1093, Nomas had almost conquered Wales. But in 1094, there was a revolt against Norman rule, which was successful, and gradually the rulers of Wales recovered a lot of territories. Anyway, this tussle continued for a long time between the Norman rulers of Wales and England. And finally in 1283, England annexed Wales. Friends, this was an important chapter in the history of England, because Wales became the first colony of England. In 1284, the Statute of Wales was passed, which made Wales a Principality of England. and the English common law was introduced in Wales. Even after this, rebellions continued from the old ruling houses of Wales. But they did not get any success. Apart from rebellions, civil wars also took place for the throne of England. And this series ended in 1535, when King Henry VIII of England passed the laws in Wales Acts. These acts were those parliamentary measures, with the help of which Wales was added to the Kingdom of England in legal terms. That is, after this, wherever the Kingdom of England was mentioned, Wales was also going to be included in it. Friends, let's move ahead and see about Scotland, which joined the Kingdom of England and Wales in 1707. Union of Scotland and Kingdom of England. This union started in 1503 when the daughter of King Henry VII of England got married to King James IV of Scotland. For 200 years before 1503, there were continuous wars between England and Scotland. To stop these wars, the Treaty of Perpetual Peace was signed in 1502. This marriage alliance was also made due to this treaty. This treaty could not be successful, because in 1513 itself, wars started again between England and Scotland. The treaty was not successful, but both the kingdoms definitely got the benefit of the marriage alliance. In 1603, due to the absence of any successor of Queen Elizabeth I of England, her cousin and King James VI of Scotland succeeded the throne of England. This moment in history is known as the Union of Crowns, where the unification of Scotland and the Kingdom of England happened under a single monarch. However, this alliance was a dynastic alliance. That is, it had no legal basis. The final union of the two countries happened in 1707, when the Parliaments of England and Scotland passed the Acts of Union. Under these two acts, the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of Scotland, which were separate states till now, were united into a single kingdom. And from here the name of the United Kingdom of Great Britain came into being. Friends, till here we saw the story of the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Now let's come to the Northern Ireland. Union of Northern Ireland and United Kingdom. Friends, the history of Ireland is a bit complex. In 1801, when Northern Ireland became a part of the United Kingdom, then Northern Ireland was not a separate country. The whole of Ireland joined the United Kingdom. Northern Ireland was formed in 1922, when the division of Ireland and Ireland took place, and Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland were formed. As we saw in the previous section, that in 1666, the invasion of nomads took place in England. Till the 12th century, Ireland was divided into small kingdoms which were constantly fighting to establish their supremacy on that island. The Normans came to Ireland for the first time in 1167, and they tried to set up a kingdom here with the help of their forces. But King Henry of England did not like this. He felt that a Norman kingdom might be set up in opposition to him in Ireland. Due to this, in 1177, a Prince of England, John Lachlan, was made the Lord of Ireland. That is, the command of Ireland was now in the hands of the throne of England. Gradually, the local Irish kings were forced to show loyalty forcefully like the Lord. Well, an important development took place in the mid-14th century. In 1348, the Black Death came to Ireland. This was a plague epidemic which is considered to be the deadliest pandemic in human history. 7 to 20 crore people died in this epidemic. Due to this plague, the English and Normans living in dense towns and villages had to face the epidemic. And the native Irish people survived the plague due to being isolated. After the plague ended, the Irish people once again came to dominance. Friends, from here you can guess how a pandemic can change the political scenario. In the 15th century, many rebellions took place against the crown in Ireland. To stop these rebellions, King Henry decided to reconquer Ireland in 1536. And in 1541, Ireland was declared a full kingdom. After many brutal conflicts, finally the conquest of Ireland was completed in 1603. This situation remained for almost 2 centuries. Then in 1798, a major uprising took place against British rule. Inspired by the American and French revolutions, a Society of United Irishmen group led this uprising. About 10 to 50,000 people lost their lives in this uprising. After this conflict, the parliaments of Great Britain and Ireland passed the Acts of Union 1800. Under these acts, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland was created. But the problems did not end here. In the 19th and 20th centuries, the central issue in Ireland was land ownership. Most of the land was owned by English families, who were residents of England and rarely came here. They used to give this land to Irish tenant farmers on unfair rents. And they also used to resort to violence if the rent was not paid. During this time, some Irish nationalists were demanding home rule, where they wanted self-government. The Irish Home Rule movement started in 1870, due to which the Home Rule Bill was introduced in the British Parliament thrice. After failing twice, this bill was passed in 1914. But due to the start of World War, its implementation was suspended. In 1921, an Anglo-Irish treaty was signed, under which the Irish Republic was abolished and Irish Free State was announced. In this treaty, Northern Ireland was given permission to choose either the United Kingdom or the Ireland Free State. And the people there decided to stay in the United Kingdom. In 1922, this treaty was ratified by both the parliaments, and thus after the ratification, the assimilation of both the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland was completed. Now, conclusion. Friends, after the establishment of this union, both these islands were able to achieve internal peace and stability after a century. Due to this, the internal borders here broke down. That is, these borders remained just for namesake, and with this the trade started expanding. Despite not being an independent political entity, England is in a dominant position in this union. Apart from these 4 countries, UK also has 14 overseas territories, which were once a part of the British Empire. At its peak, this empire ruled over almost 25% of the world's population. And this is why the British Empire is considered to be the most extensive empire in world history. Their empire included dominions, colonies, protectorates, etc. We know very well that this British Empire also ruled India till 1947. With this note, this is going to be the end of this video. And if you likes these videos, then subscribe this channel. And as I always say, may the God watch over you.